this man, the man that has graced us with his presence tonight, is a Broadway star. He's a TV star. He is a Tony Award winner. He is a Grammy Award winner. And my husband. And no, bitch. If he's going home with anyone, it's me. So let it be known. I don't even know who you are. Anyway, that took a turn. Can't really stay on track with me. But anyway, this man is a very, very special, kind, multi-talented man, and he's going to do a little something acoustic for you. So happy to have you here, ladies and gentlemen, Steve Kazee. With the sexiest guitar I've ever seen in my life.
Hi everybody. I was gonna not talk too much because I know this, gonna make for a late night. But watching that video, I'm reminded that I grew up in a very small town in Kentucky, and we didn't have any gay people in my hometown. Except, we did. A lot of them. But unfortunately, where I grew up, it wasn't okay to be gay. So we didn't have any gay people in my town. And when I had an uncle, Randy, who was eccentric, who was sort of shunned at all the family functions. And when I was a kid, I didn't understand. I thought, oh, Randy lives in Florida. Randy's awesome. And he would always just sort of wink at me and be like, I know more than these people kind of thing. And I was like, you're fucking awesome, Randy. And so I went away to school and found the theater department. And much to my surprise, theater has a lot of gay people in it. You guys know that? Broadway especially. It's very gay. When I was in school, my roommate was in the closet, and I came home one day and found a videotape playing that was not of a man and woman having sex. It was of a man and a man having sex. And my first instinct was, oh shit, why is he hiding this? And when he came home that night, I just looked at him and I was like, you want to talk? And he immediately just started crying. I'd known him for 3 years at that point, one of my best friends. And he just started crying and he was like, I'm gay. And I was like, okay. Just, let's be gay. Like, be gay, what do you want to do? And he was like, I really want to go to a gay bar. I was like, fuck it, let's go to a gay bar. So I went to my first ever gay bar in Huntington, West Virginia, where there are no gay people. Except there were just a lot of gay people. I remember they had a drag show that night. And I sat there in the front row and I was blown away. And still to this day, drag shows are one of my favorite things in the world. And gay bars in general are one of my favorite things in the world as a straight man. Now, quick little turnaround to that. What I saw in that place that first time was this family of people, much like you see in the theater, which is why I think there's such a crossover. It was this beautiful family, and I made a lot of friends there, and friends that I kept for a long time, and made a lot of friends just for that night. And being a straight man in a gay bar was totally fine. Like, no one cared that I was there. It was a welcome to the family kind of thing. It wasn't like, why the fuck are you in our place? Like, go away. Whereas on the other side, as we often know, it sort of flips around and is hateful and ugly and terrible. I only tell you this story because in the year 1998, when I was living out of a suitcase and traveling around the country and working at any community theater where I could get a job. I quit school, was going to go be an actor. I was in Jesus Christ Superstar and I met a young man in that show. His name was Brian Reagan. He was probably 15 at the time. Really sweet kid. Very much in the closet. We could all tell that he was going to, at some point, hopefully find his way. But at that time, he just hadn't found it yet. But he was loved and cherished by this cast. And he moved shortly after that. We lost touch, but then Facebook came around in the mid-2000s. We found each other again. He'd grown into a young man. I was very proud to see how well he was doing. And he was living in Orlando, Florida. And he seemed to be openly gay. And I was so happy for him. And I wrote him and said how proud I was and how happy I was for him and where he was in his life. And he told me about a place that he worked called Pulse, and how he had found himself in this place. Fast forward, Brian is the manager today at Pulse Orlando and was there that night when everything happened. He was on the patio with his friends. Luckily, one of the best places to have been that night. They jumped over the patio and ran to safety. And Brian thankfully escaped with his life. But he is wounded far beyond the damage of a bullet. And that community is wounded far beyond the damage of bullets. And when Ty asked me to come here tonight, like he said, I immediately said yes, because I think it's a very crucial moment in our world right now. Everything feels really shitty, and you look at the TV and you see like everything is just bad. Sea levels are rising. This fucking misogynistic piece of shit is running for president. Anti-Semitic, homophobic piece of shit. Racist, low-life, little dick motherfucker.
Yes.
Is running for president. Things feel really bad. But sitting here, watching that video, listening to all these people seeing all you guys here, it makes you feel like everything could possibly be okay. So thanks for being here tonight. And thanks for continuing to provide hope to the world that sometimes loses it. I had pneumonia last week. I'm a little sick still. So I sort of worked this up last minute, and I hope it goes okay. Love, 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 love. Nothing you can do can't be done. Nothing you can see that can't be sung. There's nothing you can say that you can learn how to play the game. It's easy. There's nothing you can make. No one you can say it can't be saved. There's nothing you can do, but you can learn how to be you in time. It's easy. All you need is love. All you need is love. see that isn't shown. There's nowhere you can be that isn't where you were meant to be. Oh, it's easy, yeah. All you need is love. All you need is love. All you need is love. Love is all you need. All you need is love. All you need is love. All you need is love. Love is all you need. Thank you. Thanks for coming out tonight and supporting us. Thank you.
Steve Kazee, everyone.